In this video, we predict what would happen starting One Piece manga chapter 994. Before we talk about possible events that could happen later on in the story, I'd like to mention that in the current chapter, I'm sure that some fans other than myself have foreseen Kaido would be wounded. Big blue bleeding dragon? Check. We've mentioned that a few times before in a couple of videos. Now, the next major part of this theory is that the scabbards will be going down one by one. And I think it's already starting with Kiku. The official translation mentions that Kaido generated invisible slashes. It might be the wind from Kaido's breath, and it was strong enough to slice Kiku's arm off cleanly.
Wow!
I wonder if Kiku is capable of using observation haki because Denjiro was able to see it, but she wasn't.
Nope!
And if she was able to see it, well then Kaido is just a monster that has insane haki that easily overwhelmed Kiku's haki. Either way, I believe that this is just the beginning. The Yamato and Sasaki matchup is not one that I'm particularly looking forward to. I think it would be interesting to see, but I'm not really excited to see it. I would very much would rather see Sasaki fight with Brook or Kinemon. But as of right now, I think that Yamato would be taking the attention of Sasaki's forces and Sasaki himself. And since Yamato is outnumbered, Shinobu would have to run away with Momonosuke. Unfortunately for her, she took a lot of damage in the current arc, or the current chapter I mean, leaving Momonosuke to fend for himself, because I don't believe that Yamato would be capable of dealing with more than 5 of Sasaki's men all at once. I think that the Axeman that Yamato nailed was caught off guard, first of all, and I don't think that the others would be going down as easily as the Axeman did. So I'm also wondering what would Momonosuke do. He mentioned in the current chapter that he doesn't want to escape alone and leave Shinobu behind. So I think it would be interesting to see what his decision is. It would be too optimistic if he could take at least one of the forces of Sasaki down. So I'm expecting somebody to interrupt and help with protecting Momonosuke. I highly doubt that it would be Brook. I think it's too early. So the best bet would be Marco, Carrot, Wanda, and maybe, just maybe, the Oniwa Banshu.
Nope!
Since Marco is outside with Big Mom, I doubt that he would be coming to the rescue right away. I think that Big Mom would take Marco on for a while, and then Perospero takes over. So it would be a short fight between Marco and Perospero until Carrot takes Perospero on, because she was on her way to get revenge for Pedro, making it a 2 versus 1 with Wanda. Now, knowing Carrot, I don't think that she would want any help from Wanda in this situation, leaving Wanda and Marco free, because Big Mom would obviously run towards the activity hall just to get back at the Straw Hats. So Wanda would be free, Marco would be free, and they would probably end up encountering Yamato, Momonosuke, and Shinobu. And they would obviously help them out, because they really need it. I don't think that Sasaki is a pushover, so Yamato would have his hands full fighting or dealing with Sasaki. Next we have Chopper. I mention him because we saw him see the Ice Demon in action. And since Chopper is a doctor, well, he could come up with a cure that stops the ice demons from infecting others. That would be the best case scenario. Obviously, it's going to take longer than it should, and it would be highly unlikely, but Chopper should be thinking of a way to save the samurai that were infected by the ice bullets. Or else, he would continue fighting with the beast pirates and break through enemy lines. Robin supposedly won't be able to help against the ice demons because they could bite her hands and it would be an extension of Robin's body, so it would infect Robin as well. But what she could do is try and stop Queen from afar. But it would take a lot of effort and she would need someone to protect her from the ice demons that are already running about. Right? And speaking of that someone, I think it would be the General Frankie. He should be able to take care of the ice demons with no problem whatsoever, especially considering that he has Wapple Metal armor. So I don't think that the ice demons would be able to infect Metal. And maybe he could use the laser and melt the ice and stop the infected from infecting others, if that makes any sense. Anyway, Zoro, Drake, they should have their hands full with Queen. Yes, Zoro is strong, but a Yonko commander will never be a pushover. Zoro seems to be taking too much damage right now, so I think that Sanji is really the most suitable one that could take care of the ice demons and Queen himself, assuming that his raid suit would protect from the plague. But since Sanji is currently escorting Luffy, well, Zoro and Drake would have to deal with Queen. And that's not going to be an easy task. Seeing how Zoro is seemingly gassed out right now, I think that the best case scenario would be to try and slash Queen from a distance, or at least the gun, so that he can't produce any more of those ice demons. That would be very annoying to deal with. Usopp and Nami are missing, though Usopp and Nami could help with Queen in a long-ranged battle, but Page 1 and Ulti should be chasing after them. So until someone gets Page 1 and Ulti's attention away from Usopp and Nami, they should have their hands full dealing with those two. Though, I really think it would be one of the better fights to see. Usopp and Nami versus Page 1 and Ulti. Though I don't think that Nami and Usopp would be able to defeat Page 1 and Ulti because Nami and Usopp are smart. I think someone else would have to deal with those two. I think that those two are a different kind of animal. Yes, they're dinosaurs, but I think that they're a different kind of opponent. Luffy, Sanjay, and Sanjay. I was thinking of Jinbei and Sanji, and I ended up saying Sanjay. Anyway.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
A few moments later.
Luffy, Sanji, and Jinbei, I think those three would have smooth sailing until they encounter King, Who's Who, Hawkins, and Black Maria. And I think that Black Maria is probably the most dangerous one, especially because we have Sanji there.
No.
So there's that. But I highly doubt that they would encounter Hawkins. I think that Hawkins would meet up with Drake right about now, or maybe even Law. We haven't seen Law for a while, so it might be a good time to set those two up for whatever operation they were planning back then when Law was imprisoned. I think that Sanji would be dealing with King, since King is a flying type and Sanji could fly. Jinbei would have a hard time dealing with King, and King could just fly away from him. So I think that Sanji and King would be a good matchup, and Sanji would definitely take on the challenge of King, especially since he doesn't want Luffy to spend any more energy than he already has, leaving Luffy and Jinbei to go up to the rooftop. I don't think that it would be a one-on-one with Kaido right about now. I don't even think that Luffy would get up to the rooftop right away. I do think that they would be sidetracked by maybe who's who. And I think that Kid would end up having to deal with Kaido on his own before Luffy even gets to the rooftop. And speaking of Kid, I think that he would come to the rescue of the Scabbards, maybe unintentionally. I don't think he cares about the Scabbards, but him just taking the attention of Kaido would save the Scabbards from certain death. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Crush like if you did. Comment down below what you think about the Yamato and Sasaki matchup. Subscribe to the channel so it could grow, and I would definitely appreciate that, because I could continue to provide you with more of that One Piece content. So, as always, stay safe. Peace.